Okay, so how much weight do you want to gain this weekend? Weird question, I know, totally weird. Like, why would I ask you that question? How much weight do you want to gain this weekend? Well, honestly, if the answer is none, like I don't want to gain any weight, Kathryn, then great. You're in the right place. I just want you to think about what you're going to be doing this weekend, because failure to plan is planning to fail. And I have a couple of little tips and some things that you could use this weekend that will actually help keep you from gaining weight this weekend, especially as we're going into the holidays, as we're, kind of moving into, being with family members. Maybe you're traveling this week and all the things. You can utilize this longer than the weekend, but I just want to give you a couple of quick tips that you can use that's going to keep you on your healthy eating plan, or at least on the healthier side of your eating plan with these quick swaps, okay? All right, so I just want to ask you to think about what you're going to be doing this weekend. Like, for instance, if you're going to the movies, you could do something like, instead of buying popcorn at the movies, I'm going to tell y'all to do the thing that most people do already, but they don't admit that they do, bringing your own stuff, okay? Like, you can pop your own popcorn and bring it in. So if you pop your own popcorn at home using coconut oil, it is so delicious. You can put some coconut oil. I think it's 1/3 of a cup of coconut oil, 1/3 of a cup of popcorn, like kernels that haven't been popped yet. And you just throw them in a pan, cook them, like they'll pop in there, put a lid on it and all the things. And then you can just throw some salt in there. Or if you're like, hey, I don't have time for that or the means to do that, grab yourself a bag of that Skinny Pop. It's like Skinny Girl popcorn or something like that. Or there's Skinny Pop too. But you can get a healthier, believe me, way healthier popcorn option and bring that in with you in your purse. I know, it's like, don't do that. But y'all know you do it anyways, okay? You could also do something like pack a few snacks, like bring in some carrots if you really want to if you really want to stick, that's what I was trying to say, to the more rigid side of your eating plan. You can just bring in, like some crunchy snacks like almonds or carrots, or grab a string cheese, or all three. Hey, grab them all, throw them in your purse, have them with you. Great. Then you're just ready to go, and you can snack throughout the movie and you won't feel deprived, like you don't have the things everybody else has. You could also do something like bring in your own candy. And that's something that I do already. Like, I love swapping out candy, whatever the basic candy is out there that I would have, for Lily's brand chocolates. And Lily, well, see, because that's my thing. But there's other things, like there's the healthier brand of the Swedish fish that you can get, and some other stuff. So I can't think of what those are called, but there's healthier swaps for candy and for chocolate, or for any of that type of stuff. So you can still have it, but think about swapping out the unhealthy version that you can get at the counter for something that you can grab at the grocery store before you go. So again, it's planning. You might have to stop at Walmart or Publix or Kroger or wherever you shop and grab it before you get there, but great, no problem. Like, plan for that. And then also another way that you can save yourself some calories is just to drink water. Skip the sodas. Like, don't get any of that. And I'm talking about diet soda too, because diet soda is not good for you at all either. All right, so let's talk about the other things that most people do when they're, entering into their weekend and going about their weekend: eating out. So if you're eating out this weekend, and most of us are, I know that I am, I'm going to the movies too. So I thought I might share this with y'all and see if this is something that you can benefit from as well. Well, I know that it is, actually. So you'll be able to use this weekend just like I am, and it helps me to stay on track with where I want to be, and I don't just get off track because I don't have a plan in place. So anyway, if you're going out to eat, make sure that you eat out at places that you actually have to get out of your car to get the food. Whether you're going to take it home or eat it in the restaurant, make sure that you're eating at a place where there's no option to stay in your car, because they typically do have better options available at those places. They may not be the best options that you can get, but they're better options than just somewhere with a drive-through only, or a drive-through and you can go in and pick up the drive-through food. Make sure when you're eating out that you're thinking through, like, you can even look at the menu ahead of time if you really want to be super planny, but I'm not that super planny. So I know when I get to the restaurant, I'm just going to be looking for the meals that are not fried, that are lean proteins, like, you know, any kind of fish or chicken, something like that. That's pretty typical most places that I would go. Veggies as a side option versus like the starchy, really high starch white flour and types like white rice, I didn't mean to say white flour, white rice, white potatoes. You know, you can get non-creamy based soups, like that could be an option. Make sure you skip the bread. Say no thanks, I don't want that. You know, it's just not going to help you. You can swap out the baked potato for a sweet potato. That's a great option. You can say no to dessert. I know, but you can. You can say no to dessert. And if you really just have to, absolutely have to have the dessert, hey, that's totally fine. Just share it. Like, don't eat the whole thing all on your own. Just share it with somebody. It's just going to save you a little bit of calories. You'll be glad that you did when you leave, not feeling mad and frustrated at yourself or bloated or blood sugar spikes and all the things. Okay. The other thing is make sure that you just drink water, like skip the alcohol, skip the soda, skip all the extra fluffy drinks. Don't, you know, get the coffee with all the creamers in it and all that kind of stuff. Just skip all that stuff. Just purpose to drink water this weekend, because you're just going to keep as many extra calories out of your weekend as you possibly can and still enjoy it. And then also just a little quick tip, be aware of the salads when you're actually eating out, because eating out at restaurant salads have lots of good, yummy food options that you can add to your salad that really stack on and pack on your calories. So make sure that when you're doing salad, if you're like, I'm just going to eat a salad, Kathryn, that will be fine. It would be fine if you just realize that there's these little things that they put in your salad that make your salad just the same as if you were eating like a Big Mac from McDonald's. I know that's crazy, but it is the truth. So make sure that when you're eating salads out at a restaurant, you don't get any fried anything on it. Just say, no, I'm not getting fried chicken. I'm not going to get the little crunchy fried onions on it, croutons on it, that type of stuff. Like, just leave all that off. Say no thank you to that. And then if you do use the regular dressing, no problem too. Just water it down. You don't have to douse it in a big 2-ounce ramekin. You can you know, just put a little water in there, dump some, and ask them for a clear ramekin or an extra ramekin, whether they're clear or black, I don't know. But you can just add water to that and then dump it all over your salad. Or if you really just want to say, I want to skip that too, just get oil and vinegar. Most restaurants have oil and vinegar options for you, or you can just squeeze some lemon on it if you really want to get super healthy with it. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, I do not do that when I'm out and about. Sometimes I will do it at home, but most of the time I do balsamic vinaigrette or oil and vinegar, or I just water down my ranch. That's what I do if I even choose to do a salad. Most times I don't even do a salad when I'm eating out, because it can fool me. Like, it can fool me into thinking I'm eating healthy, and it's really not. It's really truly not. Okay, the last one. If you're having a family gathering this weekend for the holidays or for whatever other reason, I got you there too. I want you to think about doing stuff like bringing a dish with you that you know that you can eat that isn't going to add an additional 3,000 calories to your weekend, okay? So you can just think about what you might enjoy that's going to be, you know, not looking like just eating, you know, rabbit food and kale and all this stuff. You go to my other videos here in the channel. I've done several recipe videos for you, like food recipes and then dessert recipes and stuff like that. So you guys can find really healthy recipes perusing through my channel. They're really easy. I don't do things if it's not easy or fast. Most of the time no, all the time. Just maybe like 0.5% will I do something that's elaborate. Most of the time it's really easy, simple stuff, okay? So make sure that you bring something that you know that you can eat, that other people are going to want to eat too, because it looks delicious. You can do cake, you know, you can do all the things. I have lots of awesome recipes here on the channel, so make sure you go check those out. As well, I have a whole playlist, you know, for healthy food options to help you lose weight, and you're not going to feel deprived. You're not on a diet, all the things, okay? Also, don't go hungry. Don't go if you're super hungry. Like, make sure that you eat before you arrive. Just a little something. Make sure that you have a little food in your system before you arrive. And then when you get there, don't give in to peer pressure. And peer pressure is a real thing, okay? It is real. Like, when you get there and you say, oh no, you know, I don't think I want to eat that cheesecake that you made, Aunt Sue. And she's gonna be like, why? Why shouldn't you eat this or whatever? You're gonna say, you know, I don't want it. Thank you. I'm just not hungry, or I just don't want that. Or you don't have to say, because I'm on a diet. Because you're not. You just don't want that. It's just not going to be helpful for your body and for your long-term weight loss goals. So you can bring something else and say, this is just all I want to eat right now. I'm not hungry. Thank you so much, or something like that. So don't give in to peer pressure. And then also, like I said, grab the healthy recipes. And then, you don't have to let this weekend just go by and then get to Monday and say like, whoopsie, man, I didn't think about a lot this weekend. I just did whatever I wanted. And here's what happened. I have, eaten an extra 6,000 calories this weekend that I didn't mean to eat. And if y'all watched my video I posted here a couple weeks ago, maybe now, where I was just talking about the weekend warriors, and that being a weekend warrior was something that tripped me up in my weight loss journey for a really long time. And that was that I would eat really healthy Monday through Friday, and then I would get to Saturday or Friday night even, and I would just eat all the things. I mean, all of them. And then I would just think, well, I've done good all week. I'll be okay for this weekend. But really, about 3,500 calories extra in your diet, in your eating, not a diet, I just mean in your food, in your consumption of calories, is about an extra pound of fat if you don't burn it off. And most of us are not going to be out there, speed walking and squatting it out all weekend long, right? We're going to be eating and enjoying and resting. And so to overeat on the weekends really does trip us up and sabotage our healthy weight loss goals, because we're consuming so much more than we realize on the weekends. And you really still can enjoy your weekend, have fun, eat the things that you want, but you can swap out the unhealthiest options for a better option. So just think about that. Like, how can you save and shave off some calories here and there? And it just, to me, I think about it like money. I think about how can I save money, right? Like most of us, especially right now, are thinking about how can I save money for my family and still be able to enjoy life, like still be able to go do the things. So it's the same thing with our calories. How can you shave off the calories and still enjoy what you want to enjoy, and you're not consuming an extra, I say 6,000 calories in the weekend? Because if you go out to eat 2 or 3 times, most restaurants, you're going to be really lucky to stay around the 1,000 calorie mark per meal when you go out to eat. Just basic, okay? It depends on if you add in soda. It depends on if you have dessert. Most are probably closer to the 2,000 calorie range when you're going out to eat at a restaurant with your family members. And then when you go to those parties and stuff, you're just adding in so much calories because you're just piling stuff on your plate. Everything looks good. It's a smorgasbord, and accidents happen. So I'm just trying to let you know, like, if that's what happens, great, but I want to help you not get to the other side. I want to help you get to Monday with like feeling empowered about your decisions for the weekend, not feeling like I'm just going to start again on Monday, forget it all. Like, you don't have to do that. You can still make good decisions Monday through Friday and then make, mediocre decisions every now and then on the weekend. That's okay. But just try and give yourself the space to grow into the person that's continuously making the best decisions, even on Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday after church. Okay. All right, y'all. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.